I'm actually playing a lot of Counter-Strike in the last month or so just to get back to where I was because I didn't feel like I was playing very well in the last few months with NAF on the team. So with Jacob, it's been kind of a refreshment, I guess. I'd say a lot of people were actually surprised with picking him up just because he hasn't played in quite a while at top level. Myself, Carlo and Aaron, the Australians in the team, I'd say that we're all quite upbeat and happy, and I think that's why Jacob fits really well into the team along with Noah. We haven't had a lot of time to practice with him and implement some new stuff, so right now we're going off some of our old stuff and fitting him in as we go. So far we're just kind of playing it tournament by tournament, but yeah, of course if he plays really well and he keeps it up, then yeah, we would obviously look at him to be a permanent fifth in the team. Nifty and the coach looks after the rest of us. He's really good at keeping everyone kind of in that positive vibe, just so that before we go into a tournament, everyone's got their head straight and that we can all perform at our best. I think we all just trust in him because he's such a really good player and he actually wants to do that role. So that puts a lot more trust in him for the rest of the team, like someone who actually wants to do that role, which is probably the hardest role on the team. And at the same time, he's also our AWPer, so he's kind of similar to Fallen from SK, I'd say. We do watch a lot of Australian Counter-Strike when we're at home when we have free time. And I'd say that, yeah, the level is definitely getting higher, and I hope it continues to get higher because it's awesome to see other Australian teams at overseas tournaments. I hope that we don't face each other just so that we both can go as far as we could in the tournament. Coming off Star Series, we actually had a good placement there, so I'd say that we actually do have quite a lot of confidence in ourselves at this tournament. The main goal is obviously to make it out of groups, but with Jake and the team, we're constantly improving and constantly trying to add new stuff. I think that we're just taking each tournament to kind of boost our level in-game and our chemistry together, one tournament at a time. But I'm very ready to play. I'm really excited to play versus Australis first round, and hopefully we do good and we can make it onto the stage.
Welcome back. Second map is just ahead of us here on Inferno. Renegades fighting for their tournament lives here at IEM Katowice. Cloud9 taking that first map in quite a dominant fashion, Harry. Now moving to Inferno after a 16-8. Where do you see Renegades going here?
It's gonna be tricky. There's no denying it, Hugo. For Renegades, Inferno, it's an alright map, but it's definitely a better map for Cloud9. There's no denying it. And I think after seeing their performance just there on Cash, it's not looking good. But I don't want to paint too grim a picture. I want to be honest. That's the thing. I don't want to make Allies something they can easily come back from, because I really want us to understand if they do manage to pull a comeback here, it is going to require a tremendous amount of effort on their part.
Oh, for sure. And one thing that will be interesting about this matchup is Renegades are one of the few teams that actually, at least, are far better on their T sides than they are on the CT side. That seems to be their weak hole on Inferno. So, going into this one, I'd like to see Renegades start on that T side. I want to see them get off to a good start, get that pistol round. Obviously, a fairly confident team in their pistol ability, and rightly so. But, yeah, there's no understating it, Harry. As you said, this is not going to be an easy game for Renegades, but we've seen them have some great performances so far in the last few weeks, obviously, and with the addition of Jacob, definitely makes a big difference to this roster and to this team generally. Everyone's looking happy, everyone's looking confident. We even saw after that 12-3 half after the break, Renegades came back in, smiling, laughing. Cloud9, stone cold faces as ever. But they did so confidently take that victory. And when I say confidently, I really mean it. We saw a lot of crazy T-side rounds from Cloud9 in the few that we did see, jumping out through smokes, running with bombs into site's first place. Cloud9 just, I honestly just pugging that second half. And they didn't really need to do too much else. It was a fairly easy affair. So now moving on to Inferno, a map you certainly can't pug, Harry. You're going to need those executes. And well, that's where Renegades at least are prolific on this map. So hopefully we'll see something nice from them. But honestly, I don't know what to expect.
One man for Renegades in particular was doing quite well. That was Azza. Nifty kind of joined him up there towards top of the board. Jacob, the man that we've become quite used to seeing step up within this roster since he joined recently. He fell fairly quiet a lot. Kind of down there towards the bottom of the board with JKS and Ustilo. All of those guys having a fairly rough game. I think JKS is someone who could definitely step up here for them on Inferno. They have a lot of players who could be the ones to carry them through this. It's just whether or not anyone does, right? And then you kind of look over at Cloud9 where everyone was firing on all cylinders. In particular, Tarek had just a stellar performance, and he is just terrifying to encounter when he's feeling it. And he was definitely feeling it there on Cash. He's going to have a lot of confidence just exuding from him as they head into this second map.
Well, we should be jumping into this one in just a second. Of course, if Renegades do manage to come back and have a ridiculous performance here, we're going to train as that third and final map for the series. Again, loser of this game is eliminated from IEM. We are in the lower bracket match. Both these teams have taken a win and a loss so far. So, certainly scary. This format, though, we were talking about this a little bit before, Harry. I'm actually really enjoying it. It's creating a lot of interesting matches because obviously, you know, while you only lose 2 games, you're just out of the event. And in terms of GSL style, there is that lower bracket, and obviously, you know, with this being best of 3s as well, it does really mean the best team wins. Renegades obviously taking it down Avant-Garde yesterday after losing to Astralis 16-13. And, I mean, you know, there was no easy route for success here for Renegades. If they even beat Astralis, they would have been up against SK. And while Astralis did manage to take them down, that'd be a whole nother task for Renegades. And their victory versus Avant-Garde, while fairly quick and concise in a 2-0 fashion, I mean, even if they win this game here, the winner of this match goes to face the winner of SK versus Gambit, which, you know, on paper you'd assume to be SK, given their recent performance, and Gambit looking a bit shaky, especially yesterday up against Tyloo, dropping a map and coming close on the others. So, I mean, winner of this versus SK, a matchup Cloud9 has obviously won plenty of times, especially in the major, right, we look to, but not a free win at all. So, a big task to get out of this lower bracket here for both teams.
Yeah, definitely. No, the pressure is on. But one of these teams will be heading home. And of course, you know, Renegades, they're the ones who are a map down at this point. We're heading into the map pick of Cloud9. They're going to have to put tremendous effort in to forge a comeback here. And as we head into the pistol round, it's going to be 3 players over towards Banana early on.
Fast up for Renegades, but they're not going to go too aggressive despite this manpower on this site. In fact, it's Cloud9 bringing the heat up in the apartments. Rush early on. Presence with both Automatic and Tarek. And look at the amount of Molotovs we have on this T side. Very interested to see where these go. Stewie's up the top of Banana. JKS with the CZ. He loves to pull this in on the pistol round. Could be very dangerous at this kind of range, even with the Glock in play. But it's very slow for Cloud9. And the thing is, they look like they want to take the Banana control and go for the late round B Molotov play. But with Renegades having some form of aggressive Banana control, this is scary. Already Spot comes out. Jacob, he needs his teammate to come and help him out. JKS certainly will, but a bit late after his death. Rush, jumping and shooting, takes the kill, and Cloud9 take the site.
Gonna go charging into Nifty. Slowing down. That's a bit of damage on the cross. Flank coming in from Azza as he does get spotted down here on Banana. 2 players try and deal with him. Automatic holding close. Tarek there over at Sandbags. They have the crossfire set up. And as they get forced out, Automatic finds it. Just Nifty and Ustillo left. 2 on 4. Going to start to make their way in. The pressure's really on. The pistol round here is so important to get off to a good start. Bomb timer ticking down. Rush discovered. Even though he's tagged low, he picks up Nifty. Ustillo follows. And that's going to be the pistol round going the way of Cloud9.
Yeah, and doable retake there, especially after losing that first player coming back up the Banana. Great round from Cloud9 to kick things off on Inferno. But again, as we mentioned before the game, Renegades, more prolific on the T side than the CT side of this exact map, as surprising as that sounds. So scary to see Cloud9 actually kick things off on the T side. If we don't see Renegades step up to the level that they need to have in this kind of game, then Cloud9, they could run wild again, Harry. We saw a 12-3 on Cash, albeit them being on their CT side. We could see the same story just here as well, but early Banana control. SMG's in play for Cloud9. Confident buy with only 2 rifles on their hands. We do have Renegades forcing the issue as well. Nifty saving for that AWP. But Renegades, everyone else buying down. That means the utility going to be fairly lackluster unless they get some damage done. But even with the CZs, with $50 kill reward, it's not like you can make your money back from this. You have to get an ace to even pay off the gun, and that's not good enough, Harry. So Cloud9, they should be having a fairly simple job of taking this B-bomb site. We do have 3 players here. Boost up, but as a smoked off. Crossfire established from Renegades as well. Cloud9, well, they take the early control and force the rotate, just trying to make sure Renegades don't have any utility up on Banana to at least allow this late round execute. They walk 2 players back up mid. Automatic and Tarek could potentially split up Arch here.
Yeah, so you still are getting the hell out of there. Noise made over in top mid. Rest of Tarek and Automatic going to start to retreat back on a Banana. There are still 3 players stacked inside of B, though. So they're going to be walking into the more stacked of the 2 sites. As the smoke starts to rain in, the only man who can really do anything here is going to be JKS and Jacob. The molly going to fall in late, but Jacob, he's done damage. He is going to go down. Molotov. JKS, what are you made of? He's going to have got himself 2. Tarek's now jumped through into the back line. fighting for his life. You still is able to find it. And Renegades, they are going to go ahead and answer back with a round seemingly from nowhere. JKS with the full-on heroics.
Yeah, sick round from JKS. He's been really commended as the best Australian player on this team at plenty of times, and he's certainly showing it right now. 4-on-1 up. Big round with a CZ75, and Cloud9, of course, going to be forcing on down. They want to try and do the damage back in response. Guns are up for Renegades, though. 2 AKs and M4 and a double UMP. This is certainly a very strong buy for Renegades, something that Cloud9 need to be aware of, and they are going to speed up the pace, Harry. A quick B execute. Early nades and Molotovs down, but Cloud9 smoke through and run on in. JKS again mows down 2, and with the bomb going straight into the hands of Renegades, this should be it. JKS with a third again, and Cloud9 decimated on Banana.
And this is what we needed to see. We needed to see more confidence from Renegades. And these are confidence-building rounds. It's all on Skadoodle. He wants to try and do some damage. No way for him back into this round. Going to go ahead and ride that moped up into apartments. Just hoping he finds someone maybe overextending, grab himself a rifle, then have something more to work with. But Renegades are going to be getting themselves a second here indefinitely. And it's great to see JKS stepping up. You know, we kind of said we needed to see a couple of players do it. I said JKS didn't have the game of his life in the previous, but he's definitely the man, at least on this map, you could see step up, and he's definitely done that early on here.
Yeah, there's no reason Skadoodle should ever save in the situation. Obviously, he gets more loss bonus than the amount of weaponry he even has into this round. So, yeah, just looking for damage, as you say. 1 kill coming through, that'll be it. Jacob will finish him off. So, Renegades 2 on the board. And certainly starting things off on a good foot, despite Cloud9 taking that pistol round. It can be so hard to stop the momentum of such a strong, aggressive T-sided team like Cloud9. Glocks in, flashbang to follow, Tarek on that. So you may see Cloud9 just bursting their way up through middle. Unlikely to go towards Banana in this kind of round because it's just going to be a complete mowdown. If you do, Renegades have utility and they have SMGs, so it's a money maker. Cloud9 should be looking to either burst out the apartments or just run quickly through mid and see what they can do. Early though, Cloud9 wait for the nades, and this is clever because they know Renegades are going to use utility to stop this kind of fast rush. So, flash over the top of mid, they burst on in, Stewie with 1, no way they'll follow up. Nifty almost dies, 60 HP on him, but luckily his team come in for support with the bomb dropped in middle and Cloud9 forced back to the T-spawn. This should be another clean round for Renegades, no way they should lose another man.
Yeah, he still is one who could maybe get a bit more aggressive here to look to try and find some money. There's $600 made for him. Oh, Nick's gone down. They want to try and refrag that. Actually, more damage done, but luckily enough, they get it back under control. So not as clean as they would have liked. And that rifle isn't going to be retrieved, so they do actually lose one of them. Now the buy comes in for Cloud9. Still, there's plenty of cash up for Renegades looking to the future, thanks to JKS and Jacob. Cloud9 here, they have a decent bit of utility to work with, couple of Molotovs, and I always find these are very important on Inferno. Especially with the B-side aggression that Cloud9 are so fond of.
See how Renegades use their own. Molly's down Banana, that will keep Cloud9 out at bay for the time being, and Nifty is the one to bring the aggression, not in middle though, in the apartments. He's not going to hit the shot. Spotted one player there, but no reason to commit to that angle too long, because again, Automatic's already worked himself up into the apartments as well. Cloud9 opting back towards B, and they walk through a smoke without a flashbang. Risky, but luckily Renegades have fallen back passive. So deep smokes from Renegades, but they won't play off the back of them. They've actually sat on the site with a crossfire. Boost up from Jacob. JKS holding on the site. We saw obviously JKS do damage from that boost earlier on, but while it's a different man here, they certainly have a formidable duo, although JKS already dead. Jacob on the boost needs to be checked. Big mistake from Tarek. Again, Cloud9 make that error. And Jacob will take advantage of it. 1 kill, but he has to fall back. Tagged up in the process, and Cloud9 can get the bomb down. It's all down to Automatic to catch a lurking kill. If he does, this round is over, Harry.
Here's them rotating off. That smoke and CT going to start to fade, but as you pointed out, Automatic, he could very easily finish this whole round off. And yeah, Renegades are going to have to save. They're going to be running back into Automatic though, and this could be so bad. Luckily enough, Nifty picks it up. He's ready. Automatic just slumped over in defeat. It's going to be a round for Cloud9 regardless, but with 4 players saving, the buy can indefinitely come in from Renegades into the next, and it's a good safeguard for that economy.
Yeah, not an issue for Renegades. You can give up a round, come in with a reset again. Cloud9 keep 3 alive. You would have liked to have taken 1 bomb, but you know Cloud9 aren't going to chase with 3 players. Keep on to those guns. By coming through, drops as well for Cloud9 to facilitate that utility on the T side that, as you mentioned, Harry, is so important. And 3-2 up. A back and forth affair, but it's giving Renegades the option for a reset here. Even with 3 alive post-round, look at the money for Cloud9. We've really got no one with any bank. Rush is 2,500, but that's a small consolation. If Renegades win this one without a bomb plant for Cloud9, it should be some form of quasi. Or even just a full eco. They could probably just full eco and buy up 1 round later, you know. They definitely have the money to do it. Cloud9 are a team that love to do that in this kind of situation, so we will see how they approach it if they do lose this round. But Renegades, they've got a task to do before we see that. Cloud9 up in the apartments, heavy on the A side attack right now, and they know that because Renegades haven't been aggressive on Banana. They don't have to have a player towards bottom mid at the time being. However, that may change. Renegades look to contest the car. Cloud9 smokes over the A bomb site and a quick execute.
Yeah, they start to push on in as the crossfire set up with Ustilo, but no, Stewie's on the entry automatically with 1 more. It's just Jacob. He's got to lock down the 4, and he's in with 3. JKS goes down. Jacob falls shortly after. It's all on Nifty in a 1-on-2. AWP in hand in the retake. This is far from ideal. And he's going to start to creep on in. Tarek battens down the hatches. Rush waits on short. Nifty, the pressure is on now.
No utility to work with. 1 flashbang kit as well. If he had a rifle, this would be easy, but Nifty going to have the trouble, as you say, with the AWP. Moving on in, needs to spot Tarek, but the timing gets the better of him. Nifty dead. And despite that round going well for Cloud9, great performance from Jacob on the site. That's exactly what we need from him. He is the star of this team at the moment. He is the man we need to step up and get those big 3Ks. And while it won't amount to a round win, we'll certainly keep Cloud9's economy at bay. Again, Renegades go for the buy, and maybe a misread for Cloud9. Or no, they have the cash for it. They're going for the Mac 10 on Stewie. Maybe knowing that Renegades won't have a head armor into this round across every player because the money isn't exactly perfect. Yes, they got 3 rounds in a row, but Cloud9 just took 2. So, up towards the top of middle, Skadoodle going to take the first kill on Banana. Already Nifty dead with the AWP. And Renegades lost one of their most pivotal men of this team early on. Rotation has to come in through, and Jacob, he's going to move to help JKS on this B bomb site. It allows for a 2-2 setup. And that just makes the A site looking a whole lot more delicious for Cloud9 to take. Not a big defense here from Renegades at all, just Ustilo and Azza holding down the site.
Yeah, Azza has to start to creep away from short. Doesn't want to risk peeking into that. Look at this from Ustilo. He's got aggressive. Could actually catch Rush off guard, and he will. Quickly gets out of there, so he equalizes things back out, and now Cloud9, the pressure's on. They know they have the man up in apartments. Ustilo's ducked down into pit, and Azza trying to buy time, does manage to get 1. Ustilo, he's on a bit of a tear. He's not done just yet. There is still a man on the other side of the smoke, but Ustilo spots him. Tarek somehow wins that out, and now it's JKS and Jacob, the 2B boys, to retake this site.
Oh, but a good combination, at least, of players. They have Molotovs to force Cloud9 out of the pit here. No kit to play with, Harry. They need to find one dropped on the body of one of their teammates, because look at the clock. Look at the time left. It's already half ticked. There's only a few seconds left. They need to move in. Is this even doable for Renegades? They've simply left this one too late, it seems. Molly comes in, forces a player out, but no, Cloud9, they can't lose this round. There's no way. As the time ticks down too low, Jacob dives on in. His teammate's dead, and he's burning alive. Tarek will finish off the job. And Cloud9 another round on the board. And that's the thing. These rounds have come so damn close, Harry. Cloud9 haven't been taking clean-cut rounds, but they have been taking rounds. And on the T side of Inferno, a 4-3 start with now Renegades having to go for the eco. Things are looking good for Cloud9.
Yeah, there's no denying it. Finally, they've managed to reset the economy of Renegades as well. So this is their round to try and really build up some of that money here. Continue this great start. AKs across the board, decent bit of utility. No such story for Renegades in this partial buy. Couple of shots down Banana from Jacob. Look at this aggression as well. Azza and Ustilo up in apartments. Gonna start to creep on through. They get the information that no one's here, but in the meantime, Cloud9, they've progressed all the way up Banana, leaving Rush behind to keep an eye on the apartment aggression. Plenty of utility still up for Cloud9. A third player rotating into the form of Nifty down in CT. With a minute and 10 seconds left, it looks like they're just going to go walking into this B-bomb site.
Yeah, again, they have so much utility to do this, so even with Renegades having a triple stack, Cloud9 are going to be able to isolate some kills here. Molotov's down. Second orange is still clear, so they need to work out that there's a player sitting there. That is going to be JKS. He's dead. Jacob looking to step up. Deagle does land. One shot, not enough. Automatic traded back. Now Cloud9 with full control over the bomb site and the round. Renegades going to have to rotate into their death. Azza might choose to save this armor, but you still may as well go for exits here. Try and keep Cloud9 in the bomb site. Try and take guns with him. Either of the two. Azza peeks out wide. Nice shot. Automatic dead. And Renegades, they will give up the round. If they take one more player, it's going to limit Cloud9 again from growing their economy. One of the issues here, because again, this is 4 rounds in a row for Cloud9, and look at their money. It's not the best. Already knife attempt from Suey. I don't really blame him. That wasn't Suey, sorry. I think it was Tarek. Skadoodle going to find the headshot. And Cloud9, 5 on the board here on this T side. Slowly but surely starting to build cash, but Renegades have their own bank.
Yeah, but now the situation with the money has flipped around. It's Renegades who are on the cusp of being reset, and it's no such story for Cloud9. Now they are nifty with the AWP over here towards mid. He's going to try peeking it. Looks like maybe he was going to, but that flash forces him away. And oh, Stewie's moved up so quickly. Gonna miss that shot as the smoke goes down. He can't see anything. Gonna trade back with Skadoodle. Definitely at the spawn for mid. He was there. Nifty had no idea. He still is up here in apartments. Once again, going to be looking to try and make some noise. Dissuade the aggression from Cloud9. But already, 3 players primed and ready over towards that B-bomb site, taking control of Banana as Renegades once again leave it passive.
And I understand the passive setup on B because Cloud9 have been so good at winning these opening duels on Banana. We look at Skadoodle finding that first pick on Nifty, and just the utility usage from Cloud9 being good on this side of the map. But Renegades, they're going to have such a tough time holding down the site with 2 members, because if Cloud9 go for this late round smoke execute, Renegades, they have to have 1 player step up and get 2-3 kills to allow that rotation to come through, because otherwise they're just going to be stuck again in another 2-on-4, 3-on-4 retake. And that's not enough here. Very passive on the A site as well. They've not got pick control, but they've got 2 on the site for a crossfire. No apps control, so Nifty definitely has to be careful on long, because they're going to be able to get an angle from him through the apartments. Cloud9 heavy towards middle. Bomb going at Banana. Looks like an arch wrap for the time being, but very low time to get it done. This gives a good opportunity for Renegades. If they shut down the bomb on B before this arch wrap comes through, they could have a great attempt to win this round. Nifty going to start to spot the wrap. First shot hit. How much more can come through?
Automatics there as well to try and trade Nifty. He has let Tarek slip by. That's going to lead to Jacob's demise. And Automatic still causing problems. JKS falls inside of B. Nifty's gone down as well. It's just Azza. Bomb going to go down just in the nick of time. Azza falls, and all it would have taken there was maybe 1 more frag out from JKS, and that round could have been all over.
Miscommunication from Renegades there. Player on top of the oranges, the top of the oranges, not watching CT spawn, getting killed from the Cloud9 wrap. That should never be happening, right? Yeah, especially if Nifty has the info. He's called it. He's already got a kill in CT spawn. Renegades should have fallen off and been playing either far more passive on B, or the other reaction is to get aggressive in Banana. You know that there's going to be players in Banana at least responding to that, so get aggressive. Flash yourself over the top. Try and get a kill, okay? Because when you have that kind of split, the onus is going to be on Cloud9 to get the kills in CT spawn rather than the players to get the kills in B. And that's what we saw. They split, they killed the player on top of oranges, and then Cloud9 basically win the round off the back of that. So Renegades, they need to know what their reaction is when Cloud9 begin to split that B bomb site. They need to either get aggressive on Banana or give up the control and try and play some form of 5-on-5 or 5-on-4 retake there. Especially often if he finds that first pick, you can just fall back into coffins and give up the site. Renegades clearly not being prepared for that attack. And Cloud9, another on the board. When will this streak stop, Harry?
I mean, right now it doesn't really show any sign of slowing down. Going to be 2 players over towards Banana. This time looks like they want to try to hand out a bit more aggression. That's JKS and Jacob. Aggression in 2 apartments early on once again from Ustillo and Azza. So Renegades, they're trying to switch things up. And it looks like Azza and Ustillo this time will have players coming their way. Rush starts to creep on forward. Ustillo's holding it. Checking the angle. Ustillo's gone down. Azza's there, but Azza not in the... he's going to keep pushing forward. The smoke's gone down. If he went through, actually Rush was looking away from it, but in the meantime, they've lost Nifty. They've started to have to progress up towards the long side. Asa goes peeking in, but he's been spotted now. They know there's a man in the apartments. He does find Rush at least. That's an AK picked up. But it's still the man advantage in favor of Cloud9 in this retake. Yeah,
what do? Save that, I guess, right? There's no way you can win this round. You have 2 armored players. There's another gun. That's certainly a save now for Renegades. Yes, you could argue you want to try a 3-on-3, but with limited health, weaponry, utility, everything. No kits as well. No way Renegades win it, so they look to hold on to guns as are over-facing, maybe. And really, at this point, my question is, why are you continuing to try and do damage? Hold on to your guns. Obviously, Renegades want that confidence booster of getting exit kills, and now they found 3. That's definitely good enough to hold back the economy of Cloud9, especially with 2 saved AKs for Renegades. But no reason to hunt anymore, and so they stop. They hold on to these guns. That's understandable for Renegades. Take 3 kills around at the very least. So Cloud9, I think the big issue here is, yeah, okay, Renegades have found 3 kills, but look at the money of Cloud9. $5,000 to $9,000. No issue to buy up. They could almost buy up for the rest of the half. If the loss bonus starts kicking in and Renegades start pulling it back, we're going to need, a couple of resets. And even if we have that, we need, Renegades to kill every member of Cloud9. I don't think there's any way that Cloud9 won't be able to buy up for the rest of the first half. Especially with the way this game's going. AWP up for Nifty, rifles in the hands of the rest of the Renegades team. And everything's good here in terms of money. It's not like Renegades haven't had these options to win the rounds. They have perfect buys here. How much can they get done, Harry? Because currently this is not going too well.
Ooh, things about to get very bad for you, Stillo. There were players up past the automatic. He's traded. Oh, Stewie, there's a smoke there. He's just a warrior, isn't he? He's gone ahead and taken the man advantage now for Cloud9. Nifty holds close in mid. Trying to use the AWP like a shotgun. Tarek and Skadoodle on the other side. Oh, Nifty, okay. Now things are interesting. What was that? You love to see it. That's gonna pump him up a bit. He's balled it back into a 3-on-3. You still have Asa holding off the long angle. Smoke has gone down so that he still has vision. And they're going to start to double back over here towards Banana where JKS does lie in wait.
Oh, that's the worst timing. JKS was spotting Banana. Now he's moved off. It may have saved his life considering Skadoodle's trying to get himself a pick with the AWP. But JKS now has no info on B. Cloud9 going to begin to walk up, and we need to see Renegades adjust his rotation. We need a player moving back over as they don't see anything on the A bomb site. Nifty essentially playing retake on A, and I really like the setup from Renegades now because they go for a 2-man B play. Knowing A is easier to retake in this kind of situation, they're going to move Asa over. So fairly well prepared for this B side attack, Harry, but Cloud9 certainly not out of this round. Smoke down towards the coffins. Bomb backing off towards A. A bit of a fake from Cloud9 here. Will Nifty realize he's wrapped up Arch? He's already moved off of this A bomb site with no contact being made, and Renegades can't see this B play coming through. He's going to rotate back on in. There's the shot. Bomb dropped, looking for more, but he's going to be double scoped and can't hit that shot to the second player. They wrap up towards the site, and Cloud9 get the bomb down.
Man advantage in favor of Renegades, though. The bomb going to go in just in the nick of time. And now, in spite of Nifty's best efforts, it comes down to the retake once again. This time, Renegades, they have the man advantage. There is so much riding on this round, and Nifty and Daza, they're going to be the point men. JKS wrapping up round short. They found automatic. It's all on Skadoodle. He's taken the first. Now he spots out JKS, but Nifty gets it. And Renegades, they will take themselves a 4th round.
And that's exactly why I commended the setup from Renegades, right? Because it's very common in a 3-on-3. You see a team will go for a 2-man A setup with 1 man towards B. And the reason they do that is because obviously you typically need more men to hold the A site. But, retaking B is so much harder. So if you're Renegades in that situation, give up A, play like you did with, play like how Nifty did, get yourself a pick, fall off, go for that 3-on-2 retake, and you're almost guaranteed the round if you play it right. Whereas if you go for a 3-on-2 B retake, there's not as much solidity that you're gonna win the round, right? Cloud9 could certainly win a post plant in that situation. So Renegades play that very, very well, commending them on that. But still, Harry, they're down so many rounds, 7-4, and Cloud9 on this strong T side.
Well, it's, you're right, you can't deny it. Cloud9 are definitely looking good right now, but it's been a bit of a resurgence thus far from Renegades. 2 players lying wait here on Banana. Cloud9 currently all huddled together. Smoke's gone down to hold them back. The Sidru's going to go ahead and force out Renegades from the aggressive banana position. Jacob going to be boosted up. Still stacking up here outside of B. 1 minute left on the clock. The rotation from Azza, that's the only one that really can come in that quickly. And even then you're relying on the players inside of the site. So now the take comes in.
And Jacob getting mollied out. He's still going to sit strong with a kill as well. Make it a double. JKS taking that second frag. And there we go. Rush finding trades. But Jacob's still here. They line up. And Jacob is going to mow down Cloud9. Renegades pick up the round. A solid B defense. And with a very risky setup by having no information towards Banana, it will certainly work out. Great round from Renegades. And as you say, Harry, in the previous round, they're starting to pull this one back. It's starting to look better for the CT side. Last couple on the board, and I said a few rounds ago, there's no way Cloud9 will run out of money, but Renegades have been taking, confident rounds with lots of players surviving and not giving Cloud9 an inch here. So now my word's going to come back to haunt me, but haunt Cloud9 more so, because $2,000 to $3,000 here on the T side is not enough.
Yeah, my favorite psychologist said, that existence is suffering, and that is true for Cloud9 right now. The money's low, and you still are going to make things that much worse. Jordan B. Peterson who said that. You know him. Very keen. But yeah, I mean, right now the bomb over here towards apartments. Ooh, that nade onto Tarek. That's not what you want to see. They were hoping to do some damage here, but Renegades right now are in control. Very much so. Nifty just going to be holding the angle. Timing's everything here. He lands it. That's the bomb dropped. Rush goes down. Tarek unable to get anything back in return. And this looks like it should be a clean round. Nifty going to drop out Stewie, and Tarek falls at the end. So 5 players stay alive for Renegades.
Yeah, certainly a confidence booster as well. Now Renegades are in a spot where, yes, Cloud9 have max loss bonus, but if Renegades win this one and Cloud9 don't get a bomb plant, their money is only just going to be good enough for that final round buy. So yeah, Renegades, I'm really liking this comeback so far. Pause coming through. Very good decision being made as well. There's no reason to get complacent just because you've won the last few rounds in a row. If they have something that their coach wants to say to try and throw something their way, certainly pause it. And Kassar going to be vocal in this one, so Renegades can at least make sure they have everything up their sleeve. Make sure they're ready for these last couple of rounds of the half. Cloud9 buy coming in. Skadoodle questioning the AWP here. You can see he's yet to buy up. Does go for it, but he's going to give up all utility as a result unless he forfeits a head armor. Very unlikely he'll do that on the T side, but there are AKs in play, and yeah, he will. Interesting. That's more so to there being AKs on the side of Renegades and the AWP as well. So there's only 2 guns that could come back to haunt him with that lack of head armor. Understandably so, wanting that utility so important for the T side, and now Renegades. Again, this heavy short setup here. 3 players, boost coming through, Ustillo on the top. AWP has moved its position towards B solo, and that's allowed for that wrap background for Jacob. He can hold the arch. Not only is there a sick crossfire now in mid, but there's also, a heavy crossfire, Harry. They have 4 players here, making sure Cloud9 can't take the middle position.
And I actually really like this setup. I think rotating Nifty into B is, just quite frankly, the best thing for Renegades to do. The AWP down on Banana is so incredibly strong. Admittedly, he's not taking it as aggressive as we see most AWPers go. He's going to be that first point of contact, and as you said, it allows for such a heavy crossfire down here in mid. The one issue I see that could arise from this is if we see players go towards apartments, if JKS doesn't get anything and they get into pit, then suddenly you've got yourself sandwiched between a rock and a hard place. But let's see. Noodles opened up. You still now range down 2, and that is perfect. JKS going to drop automatic, and that's the danger man gone. As now it is just Rush left to try and fight back in mid. He's going to go down. It's all on Stewie. He's taken one with him. Knows where Ustillo is, and Nifty looking like he was going to try wrapping down Banana. Doesn't want to risk throwing this away, but right now there is a foot in the door for Stewie. He's been granted some control out here towards the top of mid. He's got a little bit of time to work with, but time is ticking away from him.
20 seconds and double pit setup. This is surely impossible for Stewie. He has utility, but JKS is posted, ready and waiting. Stewie has to completely wide face, and he's got to check the site. I love that angle from JKS, and I love the round. Renegades keeping this one close. Cloud9 had a great start to this map, but it's certainly fallen off in the recent few. That's 4 in a row here for the Aussies. That's what I talked about with no bomb plant for Cloud9. Yes, I can get a buy, but it's only just, and I mean, not even that. Last round of the half, we've got a UMP, CZs, Mac 10, Scout. Cloud9 reaching into their pockets here for the buy. Renegades comeback to be very proud of so far. And considering their T side is so strong on this map over their CT side, I'm excited to see how this progresses. But again, this is still such a close game.
Look at this aggression over towards top mid from Cloud9 already. All 5 players here. They're just going to go charging in. Hugo, they're not wasting any time. He's going to be playing this over towards apartments. They have gone ahead and lost Azza early on. Skadoodle goes running on through and takes some heavy damage as a result. Justillo hops down into the pit. He's been able to get one. Nifty repositions, but Justillo is unfaltering. He's finally going to get shut down. But JKS has arrived. Stewie's left at the end, and Nifty finishes him off. Renegades, they end up winning out the half. Hugo, 8-7. That was a monstrous comeback from them.
Yeah, not what you would expect seeing the first few rounds go the way of Cloud9. Not only the pistol going their way, and while that was reset by Renegades finding 3, Cloud9 just got a solid 6 rounds T-sides in a row. And then Renegades just show what they're really made of. Different setups, you know, on that A-bomb site, we saw the 4-man mid play. We saw lots of nice 3v3s in terms of them going for that double B play retake on A. Very dynamic on the CT side from Renegades, and Cloud9 not really showing too much depth that we know they can do on Inferno. However, now moving over to Renegades T side, it's their chance to close out this map and bring it to train, or will Cloud9 come back in fighting form and close this in 2, eliminating Renegades from the tournament? We will find out after this short break.
The road to a comeback is a long and perilous one, Hugo, and Renegades, they have embarked on that most epic of journeys. They finished the half 8-7 on the map pick of Cloud9, and it's been a monstrous recovery across the board from almost everyone on this Renegades roster, in particular there towards the end. Justillo having a very good game, JKS and Jacob stepping up massively. And I mean, it's looking close, Hugo. Cloud9, they had a string of, what, I think it was 6 rounds right in the middle.
Yeah.
And then it finally got broken with Renegades winning out the half.
Yeah, great performance so far, but again, you can't look over Cloud9 in the second half. This is such a good map for them. So Renegades having to have a monstrous T-side ready to bring this back. We've got 2 players up on B, already fallen off the position as Renegades have taken heavy banana control. Flashes through. Quick contact play for Renegades. Stewie smoked off. Not much he can get done, but they'll rush into the CT spawn. Azza chasing. He's just completely blindsided. Doesn't spot the player in pool. He's run right past someone. Nifty going to get the opening kill, luckily enough, so Stewie is dead. And Automatic moving back up towards the coffins with the help of Skadoodle. They've been smoked off, and Renegades have got that bomb back down.
Yeah, time ticking away. Tarek, the first man to peek in. First, he's going to get tagged low. He still finds it. Nifty's in with one more. Russian Automatic left, but Nifty and Ustillo, they show no mercy for Cloud9 as Renegades. They win out the pistol. And Hugo, let me introduce you to why I love watching the boys play so much. They really know how to make you believe, don't they, Hugo? Are you feeling it?
I'm feeling it, yeah. No, it's looking good now. Pistol round found for Renegades again. Like, as we said a couple of times in the first half, their T sides are seemingly better than their CT sides most of the time. Obviously, this isn't a map that they, you know, usually pick. Obviously, this is Cloud9's, but you know, it's not one they shy away from. So certainly an opportunity for Renegades. But the thing is, with Cloud9, I just feel like I can never count this team out. However, Renegades certainly impressing me in the second map and trying to bring it to train. We've got the buy up here from the T side, up towards Banana once again, early control. Cloud9 already rotating off, they're just going to give up the B-bomb site. And this is fine from Stewie. I mean, you're never going to win a round on your own on B, so go for an A stack, hope Renegades are faking. If they are, and they hit A, you have the manpower to deal with it. If they actually hit B, you just save and go for another round. That's fairly common on Inferno, a map not only where forces can be difficult to win at times, but also retaking is almost impossible with this kind of buy. But Renegades, they're going to walk into the stack.
Jacob's been allowed to get two. Now Stewie. And Automatic, they have to try and find Automatic peeks out. Not like this. He does find damage, but that's going to be it. JKS is tag low, and now it's Stewie. 1 versus 3. Inside the site, first man down. Az's there, and luckily enough gets the trade. I was getting worried for a moment, Hugo.
Certainly. I mean, if anyone's going to win that clutch, it is Stewie on the team. But Renegades, they will hold strong for now, Harry. A 10th round found on the board, and JKS, look at his score right now, 17-7. That man is going off. Jacob is just below him at 16 frags as well. And it's actually Azza that's quiet here for Renegades. It's nice to see you still obviously stepping up. He's a man that I feel like when he steps up, Renegades always win. But he can sometimes be, you know, one of the more struggling players on the team. But he's having a great map right now. Cloud9, full USPs up, flashbang for the banana, potential aggression as soon as they spot contact play from Renegades. Nade will do some damage. Here is the CT side getting in the face of Renegades. Doesn't seem to matter. Mow down for Jacob. 2 kills. Looking for more, and he finds 4. 1 man left up. Give him the ace nifty, but no, he wants the SMG money. I'll give him that. Renegades take 11 rounds on this T side. Cloud9 now in for the buy.
Yeah, easy street. 4 Renegades is over, but look, they take a pause, Hugo, and I like this.
Yeah, they've been very, very good with these pauses. I mean, calling them in where not necessarily they're at a disadvantage, but at times when they are, you know, in the driving seat, slow down the momentum, make sure they know how they want to approach this round. If Gassard has a certain game plan that he wants Renegades to try and approach, knowing Cloud9 have this buy, that's perfect. Because again, Harry, these early rounds are so important. If Renegades get this first buy round on the board, they essentially get 2 for free, because not only do they get the 12th, but also Cloud9 then have to eco, and we go for a 13th. And that's almost a game victory right there. 13-7, it's Cloud9, you know, looking almost out of this. At 11-7, I wouldn't consider this game over for Cloud9 at all, because, you know, we've not seen their CT buys yet. But this is really where they could make all the difference. So, pause over, Renegades back in. Cloud9, they've got a buy, Harry, but as expected with that second round force, it's limited in terms of utility.
Yeah, and I mean, it all really starts to take shape now. Renegades are going for a bit of a bonus round. You have Nifty sticking with the UMP. Aggression over here towards the top of mid and apartments. There are 4 players inside this A-bomb site for Cloud9, with Stewie holding off Banana on his lonesome. Renegades trying to get a feel for this Cloud9 CT side. Skadoodle along with Automatic lie in wait up here at long.
Now smokes out for Renegades. You mentioned the long control. Renegades are going to negate that by throwing down that utility. So Cloud9 may consider the shift back towards the actual bomb site, with 2 towards pit. They could run a fairly solid crossfire here. Skadoodle has to make sure that Renegades don't burst into a smoke, but I mean, Automatic can go back and watch the apps there from the long corner. Nifty going to move up close though. He has to be careful not to go in first. He has the bomb after all. You don't want to allow that last rotation of Stewie down Banana because he can be such a nuisance coming into the backline. Bomb going in first. Dangerous game. And Skadoodle's going to punish him for it. Jacob responds with a double kill, but they can't really wrap Arch here because they haven't got players up on B. They're about to walk into the stack. Another frag coming out from Ustillo, and Jacob will follow up with his third. Fantastic execute from Renegades. Well timed. And Cloud9 just decimated.
And right now, it looks like they've successfully awakened the Jacob as he's top of the board, 23-9. He's really started to come into his own here on Inferno. Ustillo as well. I mean, I've kind of been harping on him a lot just because, you know, I know what this man is capable of, but he has been having a tough time this tournament. But he, too, has seemingly improved in this map. Really, Renegades looking to try and take this one over the line. Stewie isn't able to save there at the end as Jacob finishes off the 4K in that round. 12-7 now, and Hugo, you kind of stress the importance of that one for Cloud9 and also for Renegades, because now the economy of C9 is going to be you know, not looking too great. They can partial buy down to 2,000. It's looking like Renegades could be onto a 13th here.
Yeah, the reason that round is so important is not only because it keeps Cloud9 in this game and stops Renegades from getting to that 6th round lead. And yes, Cloud9 are going to get a far better buy next round considering the loss bonus maxes out, but Renegades have now built up economy. Cloud9, if they win that round, they can suddenly put Renegades to eco pretty quickly and get themselves back in the game. But now, Renegades, I mean, they're going to have a buy. Cloud9 not only need to win that next buy round, but they need to win the one after that because Renegades are going to continue to buy. For now, the rifles towards the top of Banana, and automatic with a CT connects one. As it trades, P250 for Stewie won't hit the shot. Renegades are even going to catch him off guard, trying to move out of position. Renegades get Banana, and they get the B bomb site as well.
Smoke is down for CT. Skadoodle does peek on through. And you almost feel like just that one man trying to push through the smoke will suggest there isn't much going on inside of B, but Renegades, they've slowed right down. Not wanting to risk throwing anything away. Skadoodle going to try peeking through that smoke over the top of Coffins. Rotation has come in from Rush. Smoke's actually dissipated in CT. They're going to let him re-smoke it and now start to fade away with the bomb. And I always get a bit antsy in situations like this, Hugo. They had control of B. Now they've slowed down. At some teams, they somewhat play themselves in situations like this up against, you know, the ecoing opposition. They have more firepower. They have more utility. And now they've let the time it tick away. They still have plenty left on Azza. They start to make their way over here towards this A bomb site where Tarek does lie in wait. And luckily enough for them, Skadoodle nor Rush has started to rotate round just yet.
Well, that's going to change. Rush moving in, but Tarek, he's going to need some big needs here if he wants to hold off onto this site. There's the first. Ustillo dead. Tarek, how much more can he do? Looking for a second as a trades. Nifty even catches that rotate, so that's the round over. Skadoodle, save this AK. There's no way he should be going for this round. Maybe damage, but I mean, that's what you're going to get. Nifty finishes off the frag, and Renegades, fantastic round. 3 from Nifty, 13 from Renegades. Harry, that's 10 rounds in a row for this current T side. It was 7-3 on the first half, and Renegades have brought it back, and not only done that, but they've done more. On a map they, well, really on paper shouldn't be taking, especially after a 16-8 performance from Cloud9 on Cash, the pick of Renegades. This is certainly looking up. And again, another timeout coming through. Is this Renegades actually calling a timeout 13-7? These guys have been so good with the timeouts. Where are Cloud9's timeouts, Harry? Where are their timeouts? Because I haven't seen a single one this map, and they are 13-7 down, yet to get a round out of the last 10.
I don't know. If you keep getting this vocal, we're going to have to give you a timeout in a minute. But, yeah, I mean, Renegades, I said I didn't want to paint a positive picture by saying, oh, yeah, no, this is going to be like there's a definite chance they can come back here. With the performance we saw on Cash and how strong Cloud9 looked.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I said that to forge a comeback now would mean a monumental amount of effort and recovery on behalf of Renegades, just demonstrating the resilience that this team has, and they've done that thus far. 13-7 up. Cloud9, they've bought down into this round. You have the AWP up for Skadoodle. They've invested everything into it, though, so the weight of the world on their shoulders, and luckily enough, that is a perfect start for them.
And Ustillo even runs through a Molotov as well, so both players, well, not only one going down, but one getting half health. Renegades, difficult start to this round, but it's the perfect opportunity for Cloud9 to keep themselves going. Because again, Harry, Renegades win 14. Cloud9 have to force till the game's either won or lost because they won't have the money. Only 3,400 coming in after this round, plus kill reward and what little they have saved. But you can see 450 on Tarek, that's not enough. Now Renegades go fast towards B. Cloud9 caught out of position. Stewie's just sitting in the middle of the site. Automatic one, get a thing done from the boost. And that's it. Renegades have taken the B site. Cloud9 should just save. If they want to buy in the next round, they need all 3 guns going forward. But JKS has already found Tarek.
And Hugo, you know, coming into this, you gave me your prediction. You said you thought Cloud9 could take it. I said the 2-1 for Renegades.
Oh, okay. No,
I'm just saying, because it's still early days. There's still potential for the Cloud9 comeback here. But now do you see why I love watching these guys play so much?
Big fan of the boys.
Why I have so much faith in the boys. Look at them right now. It's going to be a 14th for them. For Cloud9, they do have to try and find some sort of recovery because Renegades, they're getting very confident, and that's when this team is at their most terrifying.
And this is such a clever chase as well, because if Renegades take one more kill, Cloud9 is screwed. Don't peek, no reason to. Renegades have money and you don't. Cloud9 have to buy here, Harry. 14-7. That's why that third player on Tarek saved would have made all the difference, because they could have dropped over full rifles and had full utility as well. This would have been a very good buy. It still is a strong buy. Let's not forget that. 2 players is good enough for Cloud9, but Famas on Tarek, no Molotov on him. You know, just little things that will limit Cloud9 going forward. But I mean, if they can't get it done with this anyway, the game's over. Renegades bordering 15 here, trying to pull it back to train. A sick performance from them in this second half. Cloud9, what have they got to show? Major winners, Harry.
Yeah, and of course, you know, it was this map in the Major that they won over FaZe in the end that saw them claim that title of Major winner.
And pulling it back from a sick comeback as well. 15-11, 15-12
and I mean,
maybe?
They need to replicate that now more than ever. And Cloud9, they're definitely a team that can dig deep, you know, and pull on that ability to kind of come back from these impossible scenarios. Of course, they don't want to be leaving IEM Oakland early. They've already got one up under their belt, so it's still early days, but the pressure's definitely on now. I mean, before you kind of got this idea that Cloud9 were feeling very confident, it seemed like nothing could really slow them down. Renegades were never even on the board in cash. And now they are looking more confident. Going to be up here towards Banana, where Stewie is holding close. The flash is good, but Nifty's there, playing the anti-flash. Finds the frag on a Stewie. Now the pressure's on for Automatic. He's trying to buy time for this rotation from Skadoodle. The smoke hasn't gone down, so actually Skadoodle is going to be a shooting gallery for him. Automatic only gets one, and now Skadoodle's here. He arrives at the party, in with the first and a second. Skadoodle, he's not wanting to give this one up just yet, and now it's Jacob back against the wall. The latest addition to this Renegades roster. 1 versus 2. Flash goes in, and Tarek finds him. Cloud9 live to fight another day as they grab that defuse and lock in an 8th round.
Yeah, nothing Jacob can do there. Has to stick the plant. Obviously, the flash coming in pretty much isolates him and means Cloud9 are going to win that round, but gets the money for Renegades. That's something. Great round from Cloud9, though. It looks so scary, right? Because you're getting these 1-for-1s. You have Automatic finding one. You have Stewie peeking Banana and getting a kill, but it's just a trade back and forth every time, and that's going to favor Renegades, right? 3-on-3. T-side's typically favored in that scenario. So Cloud9 pulling it back off of a big play from Skadoodle there at the back of the coffins. Perfect performance from him. Pause coming out from Cloud9 as well. Finally, we're going to see some use. And I definitely agree with this one as well, because they know how important this is. Because again, yes, Cloud9 win it, Harry, but 2 players surviving. If Renegades find this round, it's a reset to Cloud9's economy. And look at the saved money. $0 on 3 players. Automatic has a bit of a bank, but hardly. Renegades are still in this one, Harry, for now. If Cloud9 can find 1 or 2 more, we'll have the T's on Eco, and we'll have Cloud9 in this game again.
And Cloud9, I mean, historically, they've been so good at coming back on this map. So Renegades, even though they've done such a good job to haul it back to this scoreline and potentially take us through to a 3rd, it could all be in vain. Cloud9 are somewhat the ultimate boss of that NA region.
Yeah.
For Renegades to try and overcome. It's no easy feat. Skadoodle going to be back on the AWP. He takes that over here towards long. Aggression early on, up through alt mid. Still on JKS, head that way with the bomb. Nifty just waiting. 2 players for Cloud9 over at the long angle. This leaves a lot of pressure on Rush, though. If it was a fast play out towards A, change of pace, then it could catch them off guard.
The crazy thing about this is these 2 teams have played 16 maps against each other. Cloud9 have taken 12 out of those 16. They have never once played Inferno versus each other, Harry. So that's why I was so surprised when I was like, saw Renegades let this slip through. Obviously, I get the Mirage veto, but I'm just thinking, you know, why would Renegades want to play a map that not only Cloud9 are prolific on, but they don't touch? But we'll get back to that later. flashes over the top of the site. Rush is the only man here. He's got to go big because he's completely alone. Rat coming in, but it's too little too late. Usilla with the first kill, getting traded by Tarek in through the smoke, pulls to the wall, and he'll find 2 frags. Tarek, if he can find one more here, he may be able to make this round doable. One more wrapping in from the long. That's going to be Nifty in position. Tarek smoking in the site. This is so well played, but Nifty going to drop his teammate. Automatic dead. Nifty needs to clear out this back of the site player, and he does. Nifty, huge play. Stewie is all that remains here for Cloud9. I don't think this one's doable.
1 versus 3, and I think he agrees with you there, Hugo. He's going to start to fall on back. That will be the round for Renegades. They save the 1 rifle forward on Stewie, and it's going to be a grim bye into this next round for Cloud9. What a recovery there in that round from Nifty in particular, really stepping up. The 3 kills that he gets, pivotal in turning that around, because in spite of Tarek's best efforts to lock down the site, he buys so much time, he gets so many kills come his way, but it just is not enough. Nifty snuffs him out, and that is going to be Renegades now at map point here on Inferno. The map pick of Cloud9. The map that saw Cloud9 claim their title as major champions nonetheless, just, you know, a few months ago. And now potentially going to lose it here to Renegades.
This would be such a big win for Renegades as well, giving them an opportunity to move to train a map, again, that they're far more comfortable on than that of Inferno, right? So now it just throws a big question mark. You know, where is this going? I have no idea. If they can take this victory here, Cloud9, they've got to make sure they don't tilt for that final map of this series, because this should have been theirs in 2, especially with the way the cash went. Do have the flash towards middle. Renegades early banana as well. Cloud9 try and contest, but with the smoke molly down, there's no way they can. They just make sure Renegades haven't taken too much deep control. They hold the top of banana. Automatic's there. And Renegades a slow default here. Getting in the heads of Cloud9. No quick execute here for the Aussies. Cloud9 just have to sit and wait for the team to arrive. It's Azza towards the top of banana. Automatic close. He's been so good from this position before. Can he do it again? No. Azza checks a corner. Skadoodle hiding in the molly, but only hiding for a few seconds as Azza takes a second headshot. Renegades open up the bomb site, and Cloud9, they're going to try and rotate, but JKS can already hear Stewie on A.
Yeah, here's the rotations coming off, and that's Stewie caught out in the open. This A bomb site just got cracked wide open for Renegades. There is a man rotating back in. It's Rush. A 2 versus 5 would be required here, Hugo. Tarek and Rush left alive. CZ's and Armor, 2 flashes. That's all they've got in their arsenal. And Jacob still lurking in the back line over at B. There should be no way back into this one for Cloud9.
You think, right? But let's see. Nifty holding mid. Rush wrapping the angle. Needs to predict this aggressive peek from Nifty, but instead, they're not even pushing. They're just making a lot of noise. Cloud9 very delayed on this, and Jacob's already in for the flank. I mean, everything is going well for Renegades. Flash in for Cloud9. Mow down from both players. Renegades are going to take it. 16-8 there in the second map of Inferno. The pick, of Cloud9 as well. And look at the smiles on their faces. They couldn't be happier. That is surely not what they expected. Even them, you know, you'd have to be realistic, Harry. Looking at that map, you'd expect Cloud9 to take it every day of the week. But Renegades, they've impressed us. They've looked fantastic. And Cloud9 disappeared from the server. They've got to go forward onto train.
I mean, that is unreal from Renegades to be able to pull that back. Cloud9, yeah, understandably, they're disappointed with themselves after that. On Cash, they were in full control of every situation we saw them in. You know, they're just outclassing Renegades left and right. There's no doubt about it. Yeah. And I mean, you know, even though I predicted the 2-1, I kind of figured that Renegades would have to win out Cash. But then they looked so good there on Inferno. It was such a great resurgence. I
mean, again, you know, not a map exactly that Renegades hate, but it's one that Cloud9 are fantastic on. And again, these two teams have never played each other on this exact map. So you just look at that and you go, surely this is Cloud9's, right? Surely they take it. But yeah, just absent, not able to do anything. 1 round in that entire second half, despite multiple being played. And yeah, I don't really know. Cloud9 looking absent. Hopefully they can come back into train, but Renegades are looking fantastic, and I'm really excited to see it. This is a team that's been on the rise so much in the last, I'd say, 6 months, right? We look back to, I'd say Shanghai is really when they started making a rise, in my opinion, getting the win there over VP, going forward to iBuy Power Masters, losing in the final to Cloud9, but making the final anyway in a stacked tournament of North American teams. And now, since then, they've just been going leaps and bounds ahead. And since adding Jacob, I mean, look at that map, 25 kills, Nifty behind on 23. nothing to turn your nose up at.
No, definitely not. And, I mean, I said, like, the road to the comeback is a long and perilous one, but they managed to brave it there on Inferno. Now we head through to map number 3. That is going to be Train. And, of course, for one of these teams, it's the end of the road here at IEM Katowice. Cloud9 versus Renegades. Map 3 coming up after the break.
Intel Extreme Masters.